So basically, I just want to talk about writing and how writing is going thus far. I'm really struggling with kind of information dumping and like avoiding that, but it is like a little bit of a mind game in that way. Hi everyone, and welcome to part 3. Yes, I believe it's part 3 of this NaNoWriMo series. If you're new, hi, I'm Olivia. If you're not, welcome back. Today is Wednesday, November 12th, I think. I wrote on Monday. I wrote around 2,300 words, which brought my word count to this number, wherever I put it on screen. I can't remember at the top of my head. And I didn't write Sunday or Tuesday just because I didn't have the time or the mental capacity to, but today I have the day off, so I'm going to try to do a bunch of writing. My goal for today is 3,000 words. We'll see how I do, but in order to keep myself focused, I'm going to go grab a coffee and go to a library to do the writing. Also, to provide further context, if you're new, this is my first novel that I am writing ever. It is an adult fantasy novel, and my goal for this month is 50,000 words, but the first draft itself will probably have to be, or the book itself that I'm planning will probably have to be around 70 to 100,000 words. I'm not quite sure yet, but I am trying to do 50,000 words for this month, and hopefully it's a very productive writing day, so let's go. Hi, welcome to Hyde Park. Say hi to Hyde Park, everyone. If you're in Toronto, you've probably been to Hyde Park. If you haven't, you should. Even though a lot of my subscribers and people who watch my videos are not Canadian. Mostly American and British, which I think is really cool. So if you're ever in Toronto, make sure you check out Hyde Park. I always get lost in Hyde Park, though. Like, how I got to where I am now is a route that I took one time and got lost. And I'm like, I just did the same thing. But that's okay. It's just kind of inevitable that I will get lost in Hyde Park, and I think that's just the way it goes. So basically, I just want to talk about writing and how writing is going thus far. I'm about 2,000, just over 2,000 words in for my daily goal of 3,000, so I will continue writing. But right now, I'm really struggling with kind of information dumping and like avoiding that. Like, I have basically an integral part of the story is like this folk tale and like, or this myth with like a prophecy kind of thing, and that is really like a vital part of this story. And now I have to like actually like tell the tale, and it's one character specifically who's telling it, and I'm like, is it okay that she's basically like monologuing? Like, I don't want it to be like continuously going on for like pages and pages, but yeah, I'm struggling with like trying to have her say it while still making it interesting, not necessarily like having her do all these things while doing it, but just like still making it engaging and entertaining. Because I think the approach that I'm going to give it now is just remembering that it's the first draft and making it less information dumping or more interesting to read while receiving this information is something I will figure out in the next drafts, in the upcoming drafts, because right now I just don't think that's doable, because it's going to make me stop too much, and I really just need to write and keep going. Like, I'm at about 20,000 words now, which is great, but it is November 12th and I have 30,000 left to go, and I haven't written a lot the past couple weeks just because there's been a lot going on. So I'm hoping I can really write a lot this week and just kind of get it out. But I think that is something I'm struggling with, is like the information dumping and knowing I'm writing something that isn't quite good yet, but just writing it for the sake of writing it, knowing that I can fix it later. And I'm like making notes like along the sides of like, this is something to fix later, like make sure you do this instead of that kind of thing. But it is like a little bit of a mind game in that way. But I do have another 1,000 words to go. And I think I'm actually going to try to write it here in the park. I'm not going to write it like right here where I am right now. So I'll show you like a little bit more of High Park, which is always fun to do and see. But yeah, I think I'm going to try to write 1,000 words. I usually don't write outside, but it's not the summer or anything, so my laptop's not going to overheat. It's just so nice, and I'm trying to like take advantage of the fact that I have like a nice fall day and I don't work. So like this is my favorite time of season. It's very cozy right now, and I just really want to take advantage of that. So I think I am going to try to write here at the park. So let's keep this journey going and find a new spot. So let me keep showing you around High Park, and we will get back to writing, and I will share new problems that I'm inevitably about to run into while writing this book. But it's still going good. It's still fun. The library was a great spot to write. I'm definitely going to go back to the library. I'm trying to explore more Toronto libraries in the writing process, but that one I'm definitely going to go back to, so you will for sure see that again in the future. But yeah, let's keep exploring and writing. Okay, so today's writing goal has been met. I wrote 3,064 words, I think it was. But yeah, so today was a good writing day. Again, I just kind of like, I tried to intersperse, so there's a bug on my bag. I tried to intersperse dialogue within the information kind of dumping moment. But the reality is I'm gonna have to adjust it later on, and that'll be a later problem within the process on how to make sure it's less info dumping and maybe just kind of sprinkling like the information more early on in the story, so I could have like a bit more foreshadowing, so there's a bit more moments of it like clicking later on. I'm not quite sure yet, but that's a later problem. But regardless of that, I'm on chapter 5. I will probably wrap up chapter 5 early on in my next writing day, and then move on to chapter 6 and continue on the story. So that is it for today. We will figure out the word count goal for tomorrow if I write tomorrow when we get there. If not, so on and so forth. I've been figuring out my writing goals for days as I go. I find if I put a lot of pressure on myself and really plan ahead, then I don't always meet it, just because sometimes life happens and it's a bit too much, and that's what happened the past couple weeks. So, and I was kind of hard on myself for not reaching that, but I think I just can't do that and need to plan as I go. And in the end, that might mean I don't reach 50,000 words, but that's okay. So yeah, we'll see. I am trekking along, and we shall continue. So I will see you the next writing day. Yay! It is now November 18th. I wrote 3 days out of this week, 3 or 4 days, I can't remember. Yeah, it is November 18th, and my current word count is 27,341. And it's over halfway, and I still need another like 23,000 words. So I'm not where I would like to be, but I did the math on like how much I need to write in order to meet 50,000 words. It pretty much means I can only have 1 day off of writing, and all the other days I do need to write either 2,000 or 3,000 words, and I've worked it out which days will be what. So hopefully I can pull it off and get 50,000 words. I'm really hoping I can. If not, that's okay. Right now we're at 27,000 words. I think this first half of the month was really busy, and I wasn't able to fit in as much as I would have liked to, but I'm definitely going to make more of an effort for the remaining time of this month and in the hopes that I can pull it off. So that's where I'm at. Today I wrote 2,299 words. I am going to try to reach 3,000 words, so I will write later on this evening to finish up and reach 3,000. And then the other day I wrote, I think, around 3,600 words, and that's when I met halfway, 25,000 words. So yeah, so that's where we're at right now. There's still time to reach 50,000 words, and I'm genuinely really gonna try to reach it because I would really like to. So far the writing is going well. I think I need to really kind of do writing sprints more often. I did them the first day of this week and that really helped, so I think I need to continue practicing those more because I do get distracted very easily, even when, not for the sake of like, oh, I don't know where to take this scene, but like I will be in the middle of a scene and it'll be very intense and I'll stop and look at my phone and be there for 5 minutes and be like, oh yeah, and then just go right back to it. Like, it's not even because of any sort of writer's block. I haven't had any writer's block, which is great. Yeah, I just get very distracted very easily, so I need to really, in order to pull this off, I need to be very diligent. That is how I'm feeling right now. I'm gonna have to really practice some focusing in order to get this done, but I do think I can pull it off. So I'm really hoping that I can just go really hard next week and the half week that I have after. So yeah, it's gonna be down to the wire, but that's okay. We're gonna meet 50,000 words. We're gonna meet, or at least get very close. So that concludes today's video. I will be back next week for another writing vlog. Feel free to follow me on Instagram. I'm putting like regular updates on my story there if you want to see like daily stuff where I'm at. I've been really trying to share more there, as well as my TikTok. I also have a TikTok account where I make little mini writing vlogs. And yeah, so feel free to follow and connect with me there as well. And like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more. And I hope I will see you next week. So happy writing. If you were on your NaNoWriMo, let me know in the comments again how you are doing. I would love your updates. And stay tuned and I will see you next week. Thanks. Bye.